We always shop with 12,000 because that's how we judge our lease deals. When you shop with 12,000, you'll see it's based on we base all our lease deals on the 1% rule. The 1% rule has been around for a long time. I've been in the car business in and around it since 2006. Since 2006, when I was 22, I went to work for Pontiac, GMC, and Buick. The 1% rule I was already hearing about. I didn't understand it, but what it says is if your lease payment is 1% of the MSRP of the car, which is the sticker price, the window sticker price. So I'll pull up a window sticker to give you an example. This is a window sticker. As you can see, the total MSRP, including destination, is $33,685. That's what you want to be looking at, including destination, the total MSRP bottom line. If your lease payment is 1% of that price with no money down, you stole the car. Incredible deal. You don't have to worry that I overpay. It's a steal. So in this particular case, if I got offers on this Mustang and I got multiple offers and my lease payment came back at $336 roundabout, 1% lease, incredible value. I don't even have to wonder. Add up all the payments for 3 years and you'll see, wow, this is what it cost me to drive this car for 3 years. So that's the foundation of how we judge lease deals. Now, you're not going to always get a 1% lease deal because to get a 1% lease deal takes a combination of things. You have to save a lot of money off the price of the car that comes from the dealership. That's the discount. But more importantly, you need a great lease program from the bank that's actually making the car. So when you lease, you don't use your own bank. You must use the bank that makes the car or that's affiliated with the brand that makes the car. So if it's a Honda, you're using Honda Financial. If it's a Mercedes, you're using Mercedes-Benz Financial. If it's a Jeep, you may be using Chrysler Capital or sometimes they have other credit unions and sometimes they use Ally Bank, but it's going to come from them. So if you don't have a lot of support from the bank, a good residual value, a great money factor, which is the interest rate on the lease, any rebates and incentives, lease cash, then it's not going to be a 1% lease. 1% leases are for cars that they really want to move. Maybe there's too many of them that they ordered. Maybe like, hey, well, for whatever the reason, that's okay. But 1% lease deals should not be how you go in looking to get a lease. You should be basing it from 1 to 1.5. 1.5. The reason I had to create the 1.5% rule is because I saw many people, they didn't know what a bad lease deal was. Above 1.5%, you're paying too much money for a car you're giving back in 3 years. That's the rule. Add up all the payments. You're paying more than the natural depreciation of the car for a car you're giving back. So every lease deal is not created the same. If you're looking for a great lease deal, that's different than looking for a car that you love and you're like, I want to lease this thing. If you're looking for an Audi Q8, all right, maybe when you get all your offers, it's a great lease deal. It comes in at 1.3. Perfect. Maybe they don't have a lot of lease support behind it. You get a bunch of offers. One deal is giving you a big discount and it comes in at 1.5. That's the best offer. You see other offers for 1.6, 1.8, 2%. Like those are the greedy dealers. The 80% are always going to be higher. That's why we get at least 5 offers. So now if 1% is the absolute best offer on a car, that just means it doesn't have a lot of lease support. The dealer could be giving you $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 off the price of the car, a huge discount. But Audi is not giving you a lot of incentives to lease this car. That's okay. You decide, do I really want this Q8? If so, I'll take the 1.5% lease. I'm good with that. It's in my budget. But if you're somebody it's only 2 types of lease customers. You either want to actually get this vehicle, and if I could get it to 1.5, I'm taking it. Or you're somebody more like me. There's no right or wrong. I'm going to look for cars specifically that I can get a 1% lease or 1.1% lease. That's why I mean, that's what I do. I've been driving Infinities for a while. I'll wait for the specific car. It's more about which car. There's always a car out here that you can get a 1% lease on, always. But you have to be flexible. If you're like, hey, I'm locked in on that Range Rover Velar, okay, then maybe 1.5% is going to be the best, or 1.4. That's okay. But what you don't want to do, what I'm never going to promote you do, even if you could afford it, is sign a lease over 1.5% because you like the car. Oh, I'm going to take this 1.6% lease because I like the car. You're paying too much. You could do what you want to do. You're an adult, but you're paying too much. And you're falling in love with a car that in 2.5 years, you're going to have to think about what's my next car anyway. 2.5 years. You're driving a brand new car, 2026, 2025, 2026, and in 2.5 years, you're going, okay, my lease is up in 6 months. What's my next car? So to overpay for something, that just doesn't make sense to me. So that's how we judge these things. And hopefully that helps. Again, I lay all of this out. That's step 3 in my book. It's called deal structure. This is deal structure. You want this laid out so that you understand what a good lease deal is. What is a great lease deal? What is a bad lease deal? How do I budget for a lease before I go shop for it? All of this is laid out in step 3 in my book. It's a digital book, so you can download it. It'll be in your inbox by the time we end the show. It's called Cars from Home, 7 Steps to Saving Time, Money, and Avoiding Dealerships. You can get it in my TikTok bio. There's a link. There's a link in my Instagram bio. There's a link in my YouTube and Facebook comments. And it's 75% off as part of our launch offer for the next 2 hours. So you won't pay the normal $97 price. You'll get all of this for $24. And this is the book that keeps giving. A lot of these people you're going to see me share, they've already gotten 2-3 cars with me. This has been out. We've been teaching the Cars from Home system since 2021.